Oh boy, let's get comfy. Welcome to a very special episode of One Take Tutorials. I'm joined today once again by my doting son, Jim. So, since the last time that we've been together on the show, he's actually grown a bit. I'd say I'm proud, but I'm a terrible liar. So, everyone gave me advice on how to raise this plant, and I changed absolutely nothing in my regime. So that means that it's time to double down. So today I'm going to show you how to druid parent, or how to plant. So where to begin? Well, what I like to start off with every morning is a nice little talk with my boy here. You're a waste. Do you understand that? I saved you from the streets 3 weeks ago, and look at yourself. Wilted. Pathetic. Do you know how many plants die in the cold every day? And you fat cat have the audacity to give me attitude? So yeah, it's scientifically proven that yelling at it helps, but I like to take it an extra step further. Get all nice up in its business. Yeah, throwback. Don't even play a song for it. It needs to earn a song. Okay, it needs to grow into it. It needs to grow its roots. This isn't even the full cup. It's an illusion that's coming along. Well, it's still in the original pot. This is just its disgusting repository for excess fluids. I don't think pathetic begins to cover it. But you know what? Let's move on. Another thing that obviously plants needs is sunlight. So let's give them some sunlight, shall we? Yeah, just soak all of that in. It's free. Go on. I know how much you just love freeloading off of others. Just take it all in, Jim. Look at yourself. I try to be a doting father, but you know, it's hard. It's hard. So, you know what? Oh, you know what? Let's add a little surprise to this mix. Let's redo that. Would you look at that? Left foot blue. You don't have any feet. At every avenue, you disappoint me. But that means that it's time to water your plant. Now, believe it or not, this carbonated beverage has electrolytes in it, and that's what plants need. But I'm not an animal. I'm not just going to pour this in the plant. That's like a shot of morphine. I'd kill it. And DEF's too good for it right now. Not when it's made so much progress. So what we're going to do is we're just going to dilute it. Ah, yeah, that's the sound of victory. Just gonna do a little chemistry right now. Just gonna put a little, yeah, that's good. And just make it nice and distilled. And then JB's just gonna open wide, and he's just gonna take it. Don't worry about if it's too much. Nothing's too much for my dying little son here. I'm just gonna let him rest and digest that, because that's all he's good for. You know what? After every feeding, just like when I was a boy, I like to be read a story. So Jim, let's crack open one of the greatest books ever. There it is. What a fine lesson in forgiveness. Compared with the large depth of sin that God has forgiven us, whatever transgression may be committed against us by a Christian brother is small indeed. You are small indeed, Jim. I'm just going to put that right there. Send a little surprise element to the mix. See what we get here. Oh, look at that. A pair of threes. That means that failure is imminent. At least that's my little code word that me and Jim have here. But you know what? I hate his posture right now. Look at that. He's slouching. He's just giving me that full defeatist attitude of his. Do you have any idea how embarrassing it is that I have to parade you around in public? Do you know how emotionally draining that is for me? But fret not, because like any good father, I'm going to support my son through thick and thin. So we're just going to take all his wilted reeds right here. There we go. I'm just going to give him a little lumbar support. Yeah. Just like your precious pack of cards back in middle school, you're just going to protect them with your life. Cherish them. You're just going to double knot the rubber band. Put it nice around. And there you go. Standing up straight. Like he's not a crippling amount of disappointment wrapped up in a beautiful spider plant package. You know what? You know what every son needs from their dad? A haircut. Let's see here. Yeah, let's start off with the weakest link. I should just cut off the whole plant then if I'm going for that route, but I digress. And there we are. You will get this back once you earn it. You have made literally the bare minimum amount of effort to improve. I left him over Thanksgiving break by the windowsill. I just drowned him in water and affection before I left for a few days. I just left him at the windowsill to gaze upon the dead tree, to give him a glimpse in his future. Do you understand that? You'll be in the ground one day, and by God, I'm not going to make it so that you have nothing to show for it. And you know what every son needs for their moral fiber? They need spirituality. So I'm just going to stick these two little matches in him, and he knows what happens if he's not up to snuff. And so, finally, do you know what works better than just screaming at a plant? Giving him a bit of class, a bit of culture. And I have a bit of culture right here with me. Here you are, Jim. That's all you get for right now. You've been less than satisfactory, and good boys don't get the full edition. But you know what? As an extra little bonus, to let you know that this little guy is really mine. There you go. Now he has a piece of me with him. To constantly remind him of the animosity that I feel towards his lack of progress. You know what? Just so that he has an idea of what type of shoes he has to fill. There you go. If the day finally comes where he actually pulls his life around and doesn't just make me extremely depressed just looking at him, he can have this bigger pot. I'll fill this with the best soil that I can steal. There you are, Jim. Bask in that temporary glory, because that's probably the best you're going to get. That about concludes today's tutorial. I really hope you learned something. This is upside down, because that's what Jim has turned my life into. Thank you very much for tuning in. I will see you in the next tutorial. And me and Jim, we'll see you next time. Means a lot to me.